Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Neighbor Nation! We will see you on Saturday afternoon! Riley Meister gets the point!
Back into left field! Say goodnight to that baseball!
And there's another one! It's back to back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas! He's the point, and it's alive! Hanson pushes it over! Unbelievable! We play on! It's blocked! We're tied! We're tied! Unbelievable!
We are ready to go for game number 2 of our doubleheader today at Fisher Field on the campus of Baldwin-Wallace University. Again, Release trying to defend their home turf against the now 13-1 Stark County Terriers. Once again, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you today, live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Should be a good battle here. Last game really lived up to the hype. Two really good teams going back and forth. A 9-3 win in the end. A bunch of runs scoring in the end. That was the key for the Terriers. They scored 4 in the 7th. A 5-3 game quickly turned into a 9-3 game. That's why the differential on the scoreboard really was as lopsided as it appeared. The game, though, it wasn't that much out of reach. It was really a close game for 6 innings. 1 inning got away from Release, and that was their undoing in the end. But behind Anthony Alberti on the mound, they hope to settle it down here against a strong offense before they have to go up in the home half of the inning to take on the now number 1 pitcher in the transfer portal out of Division III in Ty Dennison. That metric coming a few weeks ago, a couple of guys could definitely have moved into his place. But according to the last report, he is the number 1 guy in the portal. He is going to be a fun player to watch today, as he is a guy who easily could be playing with plenty of freedom, knowing that he controls his own future. Time locally is 6:26. Alberti's first pitch is low for ball 1, and we are underway in game number 2. It'll be Sempton, Kavanaugh, and Zackley 1 through 3 due up for the Terriers. Looking to get a strong offensive start to help out their ace. Sempton takes the 1-0 for ball 2. But Alberti haven't called his name at all this season in the games that we've done. No number on the official roster, but he's a rising sophomore out of Indianapolis University of Pennsylvania by way of Walsh Jesuit High School. The 2-0, that time he does find the zone. 2-1 now on Sempton. We talked about him a little bit in game number 1. A .353 average with 50 RBIs last year and 5 home runs. He looked absolutely stellar this past season, and he looked to take that momentum into the next campaign. And as of right now, Sempton has taken that momentum that he gained over at Findlay into this summer. And he is 1 ball away from walking to begin game number 2. Alberti trying to find his rhythm early on. 3 balls, 1 strike. And Alberti loses him. It's ball 4. A leadoff walk for Luke Sempton. And now it turns to Jackson Kavanaugh, the shortstop. A lot of really good throws from short today. And he'll try to take that into game number 2 as he will get the knot again over at short. His offense as well was solid in game number 1, but could definitely do a little bit more compared to what the rest of the offense has done today with some really good hits top to bottom in this order. There's always an opportunity to step up on the Stark County Terrier team. We saw it last season plenty. We saw it 2 years ago as well. And we've even seen it today, especially in regard to Aaron Tucker. He'll be in the 5 spot in this game, but he stepped up in some big moments for this team, especially with that home run that kick-started the 7th inning. Schrobenner loses that one, and it'll be in the dugout. Now the question is, was he moving towards third? They're going to say no. Count now 1-1, as Sempton is now in scoring position for Stark County. We'll see how much aggression this offense shows. I expect to see a lot of swings this inning. They want to come out guns a-blazing, score a bunch early like they always do, and play their brand of baseball. Which, again, to their credit, they did at the end of the last game. Even with some younger players in the lineup, they have a rising freshman in their number 2 spot. They still have shown great signs of improvement from last season. Still a season that is a success, considering they won the NABF. Hop go over at second on the 1-2. Kavanaugh, he is going to get out of the box, but not much further as they're going to call it dead. To his credit, if he could have had a better jump, and if, of course, that ball did not hit him, odds are he could have found his way down the line. Of course, easier said than done, but I think there would be an easy claim to make that he would have made his way to first and would have been safe. But instead, we'll see the 1-2 again from Alberti. Still looking for out number 1 in the top of the first inning for release. Kavanaugh this time takes strike 3 looking, 1 down. Alberti gets his first strikeout of the game, and he is going to need more where that came from if release is going to compete in this game. This past season, a 5.4 ERA, 16 walks to 12 Ks in 20 innings of work, and now we'll take on the power hitter, the lefty, Trevor Zeckley. Some good swings in the last game. Had an RBI in the first inning in game number 1. Looking to do it again here. Right idea, but foul over towards first. And for the second time, Sempton will have to go back to second, trying to steal on a foul ball. Definitely unfortunate for him as he had another really good jump. Yet to test the arm of A.J. Schrobenner behind the plate. But a strong defense again for release. A lot of guys just kind of putting themselves into their own spots in this lineup. Alberti keeping a closer eye now on Sempton before his 0-1. Zeckley rips it over towards short. Throw across from Shag is in time for out number 2. And most importantly, Sempton will stay put at second. Now with 2 away, Simic steps back in. And Simic had a really good first game. Had that RBI double kick-starting the offense in the first last time. A chance to do it again here, opposed to having Zeckley behind him, though. It'll be Aaron Tucker. So either way, he'll be followed up by a Mount Union Purple Raider. Alberti still working to get out of this inning as he fires in strike 1. For release, it'll be Schrobenner, Mighton, and Bortnick 1 through 3 due up in the home half of the inning. But all things considered, after a really scary start, Alberti is 2 strikes away from getting out of this one unscathed, and now make that 1. Count quickly 0-2. And so now, cheers coming from the Stark County dugouts. 2-strike count on Simicek, trying to keep the inning going. And his wood bat will shatter. Chopped over towards short. Shag's throw to first on the run is in time. Back-to-back putouts and the inning is over. Definitely some sprayage off the bats. For the most part, it looks to be okay. But that one looked interesting. Either way, the side is retired, and it'll be scoreless entering the home half of the first inning. I want to see this one back again, as that bat looks better off than it really should be. A little piece came off, yes. At least something was on it, but Shag, what a throw across the diamond. A nice stretch as well at first. And we head to the bottom of the inning. It's Ty Dennison on the mound for the Terriers when we return. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Ty Dennison is ready to go on the mound for the Terriers in the bottom of the first inning. He'll have Trobenner, Mighton, and Bortnick 1 through 3 due up for release as you are watching WRCL Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Once again, Ty Dennison in the portal, transferring out of Mount Union. And we'll see where he lands over the next couple of weeks. And talking to Coach Sabo between games, he did say there is no number in mind for his pitch count. He said around 3 innings at least to expect from Ty Dennison. Depending on the game, there could be more. Swing and a miss there, 1-1 the count, and the dugout is loving what they just saw from Trobenner. Ty Dennison, by every stretch of the definition, he is a strikeout pitcher. And I expect him to get near double digits, if not get there altogether. This past season, 77 innings of work, 87 strikeouts to 35 walks, and a 3.86 ERA. As Mount Union's undisputed ace. Dennison's 1-2, misses high and wide. According to some metrics, he is the best pitcher in the portal right now out of Division III, and reports have suggested that he is talking to Akron. Dennison's 2-2, Trobenner flies it foul. Initially, I thought, okay, Kent State is the easy comparison. His brother is already going there. They've been recruiting heavily. They recruited Denham out of Mount Union. It would make sense. We'll see if that happens, but I would not be surprised to see him land in the MAC. The 2-2, strike three looking, 1 up, 1 down. And so it begins for Ty Dennison. Once again, I feel like there is no better motivator to go and take on a team than just understanding the simple fact that you're in the portal and that your next move is up to you. And right now, it is all smiles for Ty Dennison, and as well for Ryan Bruni behind the plate doing the catching today. So 1 up, 1 down as L.A. Mighton steps in. That had some good speed. 0-1 the counts. I'll tell you what, Ty Dennison, after that game against Catholic in 2025, has been on a generational run, so to speak. I believe had around 20 innings of work in the entire season leading up to that game against Catholic in 2025. Warner struggles early. He comes on for his longest outing of the year. Turn around a year. He is one of the best pitchers in the OAC. Out of nowhere. Dennison's 0-2, left high. But I think this whole entire past offseason, the excitement was, what can he do? Knowing that he is the guy, and he really showed up in that role time and time again. Dennison's 1-2, swing and a miss. It's 2 up, 2 down. Back-to-back strikeouts for Ty Dennison, and that'll bring in Braden Bortnick. He's bringing the gas, and again, it's all smiles for him and his 13-1 team. Sub-1 ERA this summer. He has been pitching lights out for the Stark County Terrier team. As well, he is the reigning NABF World Series MVP for his complete game win over the Lumber Company last July at Thurman Munson. Bortnick fouls the first pitch. He sees away 0-1 the count. But before heading to Mount Union, played his high school ball just like his brother for Hudson. And as well had some at-bats this year. 50 at-bats with a 400 with 11 RBIs, 4 doubles, and a stolen base, I guess. Did not know that until I checked the Mount website for his stats. I did not hear that he was even hitting. Not that I saw every game, but it was kind of a surprise. Count 1-1 on Bortnick. Dennison delivers. Bortnick fouls it off. Count now 1-2. And for Ty Dennison, he wants the 1-2-3 all on strikeouts. That's what he wants here. And a great opportunity to get it as well. This is well within his wheelhouse. The 1-2. Bortnick takes it over towards second, cleanly fielded by Hilton. His throw to 1 is true, and the inning is over. 2 strikeouts and a 1-2-3 inning. Not too shabby to get it underway for Ty Dennison. Through 1, we're scoreless in Berea. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Both defenses are looking strong through 1 here in Berea. No score as you are watching WRCL Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Again, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you today, live from Fisher Field. First pitch of the inning from Alberti misses wide for ball 1. Flashing back to game number 1 in the 7th inning, Aaron Tucker got the scoring going with a solo shot over the right field fence, and I'm sure he would not mind replicating that again here. Right now, really nothing to swing at as he takes that one low for ball 2. But after Tucker, it'll turn to Hilton, then Crable, 5 through 7. This is really where a lot of the damage was done last game for the Terriers. And they want to try to make Lightning strike twice. The 2-0, Tucker takes strike 1. But looking at Ty Dennison so far, coming out 2 strikeouts back-to-back. Then the ground out to Bortnick. He's looked good so far, and we'll see how long he stays in this game and what he can do. Good take on the 2-1 from Tucker. Now 3-1 the counts. Alberti did begin the first inning with a walk, and he is running the risk of doing it again here in the seconds. Alberti takes his time, and there it is, ball 4. Back-to-back innings with a leadoff walk for the Stark County Terriers. Now making way for Nick Hilton. Hilton wearing number 4, a rising sophomore at Walsh via Ohio Wesleyan. Again, last season a .315 average with 14 RBIs and 5 home runs in 22 games, 18 of which he started. Throw back to first, not in time. Release, I'm sure, looking to keep the Terriers on their toes over at first. We'll see if Tucker does get a good enough jump. He's going to stay put here as the first pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Looking at the defense, it is Alberti on the mound. Schrobanner behind the plate. Holcomb's at first with Mighton at second. Shag at short. Bortnick at third. Left to right in the outfield goes DeLulo, Olsen, and Tommy Hash. The 1-0 well inside. The Terriers getting a reaction from that one. Count now 2-0. Alberti just trying to find the zone here and really get a good feeling for the game. We did see both pitchers struggle last game with that same thing. But again, Ty Dennison, the exception to the rule so far, which obviously can change with one really good inning. And this Release offense, we know they are more than capable of making that happen. And that pitch will hit him. So 2 on, none down to begin the inning, as that'll bring up Crable. And as well, there was a spider on my tripod that is now deceased, it looks like. Not good. Yeah, look down into the scoreboard, and there it was. But just like that, Daniel Crable steps in, hit one off the fence in the last game. And we'll see if he can do it again here. If not, a little bit beyond the fence. Again, he has the power. We've seen him show it already today. This time he'll take ball 1. I don't really think there is any need for him to swing until he gets something else he likes. As things sit, the Terriers in a great spot to blow this game open in the seconds. Just looking to show the full might of their offense. And right now, it's the full might of their patience. 2-0 count on Crable. After him for the first time today, we will see Ryan Bruni, the rising junior at Walsh, out of Alliance High School. As you mentioned with Bruni in the on-deck circle, he was the guy who predated Bo Davis behind the plate catching for Jeff Graffis at Alliance. And that catching room over at Alliance has been talented the last couple of years, no doubt. And we'll see what it happens to be in 2027. The 3-0 is wide for ball 4, and the bases will be loaded for Bruni. Plenty of power, of course. Gavin Bruni in that same family. One heck of a player, I believe, playing at a pretty high level now. But now time is called here as Tro Banner along with Holcomb will go and have a word with Alberti. But for Bruni this past season, a .264 average, 17 RBIs, 6 doubles, 1 triple, and 31 games played, 28 of which were starts for the Cavaliers. And again, for the Alliance fans watching, he was just before our time covering them. Missed them by a year. But we've seen a couple of former Aviators who, again, weren't in our time covering the team, but still have made their way to different colleges that we have seen. We'll see what he can do here. Great opportunity for the Terriers in the second to blow this game open already. All it takes is one swing of the bats. Bruni trying to make it happen. And it's a good hold on the first pitch. After Bruni, it goes to Ramon. Right now, Alberti in desperate need of a strike. But Bruni, the righty, trying to put the Terriers up big here. The 1-0, another good hold from Bruni. And as things stand, still no motivation to swing. And I'd kind of be surprised if he does anytime soon, unless he sees a strike. That has to be the parting line for this Terrier offense. You're not swinging until you see a strike. Even if it's perfect, I don't think you do. Especially with the bases loaded, nothing game. Too much can go wrong if you swing at something you shouldn't. Exactly why you don't there either. 1 ball away from walking in the first run of the game. And if this continues, you'll go back to the top of the order relatively quickly, where all the power is in this order. The Terriers 1 ball away from taking an early lead, and they will. It's ball 4 to Bruni on 4 pitches. And it's an RBI walk for the catcher, making it 1-0 Stark County. It's kind of what you expected based on that start. 3 walks and a hit by a pitch this inning, surrendered by Alberti. There is a pitcher that could get warm for release. It is somebody not on their roster, but we'll talk more about him if he does enter the game at some point. But now it turns to Ramon, the third baseman, trying to keep this walk parade going. But Alberti able to find the zone at long last. 0-1 the count. I'm sure the Stark County Terriers are very pleased with how this game is going and looking right now. Maybe feeling hard done by after a only 6-run win, most of which came late in game number 1. Bobbled on the mound. Alberti can't fling it home. And just like that, it's 2-0 Stark County. It was a good opportunity for Alberti to potentially turn 2. In the end, 1 comes in. Bases remain loaded for Trey Martin. And after him, we will go back to the top of the order. So what an opportunity this is for Stark County, even more so than it already was. Martin, though, swings and misses in the dirt. You have to be patient here. Alberti has been all over the spray chart this inning. Unless it's good, you're waiting for that luxury even. Questionable now. The 0-1, a good hold this time. It's going to skip away from Tro, and that'll make it 3-0. Still none down in the top of the second. And for those who have seen this team expecting the Terriers to dominate, this, I think, is more to your liking. It's what this team does. And I'm sure if they have the right conditions in the NABF World Series, they are going to do it in that tournament as well. It would not surprise me at all if that happens. The 1-1, Martin does get jammed. Playable at third and caught by Bortnick for out number 1. So a pivotal out there for release as we flip to the top of the order with Luke Sempton. He walked his first time up, but we've seen his power today. We've seen his speed as well. I feel like a 5-0 inning would be pretty good for the Terriers, just based on how this one has started. I think kind of when you get that first out, how many ever guys are on the bases, that is who you also want to bring in. That's the kind of measuring stick of, okay, if these guys come in, it's a good inning. 5, just based on where we sit, is that number. The 0-1 taken for ball 1. And the main reason why I say it that way is when there's none down, of course, you can dream big with all of your runners on. 1 down, you're 1 mistake away from putting yourself out of the inning. You bring on everybody else who was already there. You're content with it, and that'll help make it 4-0. Second run scoring on a passed ball this inning. That time, it's Dennison running the bases as he'll come in the spot of Bruni. So now runner at third. Again, if you score 5 here, you're pretty pleased with how things have gone. The last guy to bring in is Ramon to make that happen for Sempton. After him, it goes to Kavanaugh, then Zeckley. Still a chance for the Terriers to bat around this inning. The 2-1, Sempton will loft it into left field, and it is going to go foul. Coming out 2-2. For release in the home half of the inning, it'll be Olsen, DeLulo, and Karhoff, 4 through 6. They'll need some run support, but more importantly, they'll need to find a way to break down Ty Dennison. We've talked about him quite a bit, and for good reason. He has just been lights out and exactly what you would expect from him, albeit through 3 at-bats. 2-2 is high, and we are full. Again in the on-deck circle, it is Kavanaugh. The Terriers looking to keep this train going. First 5 guys got on safely. The payoff pitch, Sempton, a good shot into right field. And it is going to be caught in right center for out number 2. Runner from third is going to tag up uncontested, making it 5-0 Stark County. That was their magic number. They played 5 this inning, and the bases will be cleared for Jackson Kavanaugh. 0 for 1 today, but it's a job well done for the Terriers, showing their might offensively and giving more than enough run support to Ty Dennison and this defense. Kavanaugh takes the first pitch for ball 1. The youngest player on this roster, I believe, pretty much the only rising freshman. A unique player for the Terriers as they typically do recruit from guys who have played collegiately. But he stood out to them, 6'1", 205, with a lot of the teams coming from the Cleveland area, out of North Royalton. It really isn't that far of a trip for him to come here. Maybe 20-ish minutes at the most from North Royalton to Berea. The 2-0, did it hit him? Yes, it did. to his credit as well, his defense has been outstanding. And for the first time in game number 2, he will reach with that hard 90, setting up Trevor Zeckley. Plenty of power from Zeckley so far today. Has grounded out so far in this game. But a chance to start a new rally with 2 away, already up by 5, with all 5 coming this inning. Again, 4th or 6th coming up for release in the home half of the inning. First pitch, Zeckley takes. Looking ahead at the rest of this week, potentially Wednesday, depending on the weather, will be somewhere. I believe North Royalton will be the field of choice for some more WRCL action, of course, just depending on how everything plays out. We'll make a decision on that one soon. The 1-0 taken high for ball 2. Then later on, I believe we'll do some pool play on Friday, I think it is. That will be the day that we'll be able to get somewhere than Sunday. The plan is the 3 games going on will be here, and that'll round out our Sundays of 965 coverage this summer. We'll still have some during the week, but after this Sunday, the final 2 Sundays of July, and with it, the final 2 of the season, will be the NABF World Series 16U/18U the week of the 19th. And then a week later, the week of the 26th, that'll be at Munson for the Collegiate Championship. 3-0 taken for strike 1. Simikeka waits in the on-deck circle for the Terriers as he would represent the 10th batter this inning. Zeckley takes the 3-1 for ball 4. That'll put 2 on, still 2 away. Time has been called, and that might be it for Alberti. And it looks like it is going to be the call to the bullpen. We'll make sure here before we take a break. But just a rocky inning, and it is going to be it for Alberti here. Call to the bullpen has been made by release. 5-0 your score. It is the Terriers dominating in Berea. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. It is Tony Butari now on the mound for release in the top of the 2nd inning. The rising redshirt junior out of Bay Village High School, 6'2", 205 in stature, now plays his collegiate baseball for Seton Hill, the Division II school. And he will look to close out this inning, taking on Simikek. This past season, 3 innings of work in 3 appearances, 2 hits allowed, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, with a perfect 0.00 ERA. Simikek already has shown his power today. We'll see if he can do it once again here. Already up 5-0 with every single run for the Terriers coming this inning. No matter which way you look at it, they have been dominant in game number 2, picking up where they left off in the 7th of game number 1, where they played at 4. Butari taking his time before the 1-0. Simikek swings and misses. Once again, Olsen, DeLillo, Karhoff, 4 through 6 coming up for release as they look to break down Dennison and the strong Terrier defense. Of course, easier said than done. Here's the 1-1. That time, skipping it in for ball 2. as well, just a hair before 7 o'clock now in Berea. 6:58 your local time. So around 3 hours into our doubleheader today, which, again, outside of the drizzle that we had for all of 5 minutes, it has been a beautiful day ever since the game started. When I got here, it was very questionable. Very, very cloudy outside, very dark. But once the game started, the sun came out, and here it is. Pretty much a pristine night for baseball at this beautiful baseball diamond in Berea. The 2-2 runner goes. Simic plays it down the line, but foul. And again, as a Mount student, it's just awesome to see this field. Of course, there is some animosity towards BW in a way, yes. But this field is just awesome. I played on this field. It was an honor to play at that level, especially considering I played at a lower level, really didn't play tournament ball. Getting to play at BW was one of the best experiences that I had playing travel baseball. And now getting to call games here, and I've been calling games here for a number of years now across travel baseball leagues. It's been fun as Simic will swing and miss to retire the side. We'll keep it here during the break for a little bit here, as I think this is a good time to kind of talk more about BW. Again, a lot of good things going on. Had a really good season, making it to the College World Series. And it's really hard to hate on this school, honestly. They have been very welcoming whenever we do games here, whether it be with Mount Union or tournaments, whether it be baseball or, in the case of the Great Lakes Classic, or Cleveland Basketball Classic, got the tournaments mixed up in the winter. They've been very welcoming for those basketball games. It's just a great place. 10 minutes down the road for me. It's very easy to get to. Really can't complain about it. Just a beautiful diamond, and the turf, relatively new, pristine, and that makes the game a lot better to really enjoy and watch, especially from being right here. Now, on to Ty Dennison. This will be the one time I say it. As a Mount student and somebody who has covered this Mount Union team, the guy who was on the call for his breakout game as well against Catholic a season ago in 2025, whichever team takes him on, take care of him. He is going to be a great ace for whoever gets him. Top-tier pitcher. The anger you feel towards him is more just because of how much he meant to that team. You're happy that he gets an opportunity to go somewhere, probably at the Division I level, and better himself. But you still wish he would have stayed at Mount Union. You get it. You understand it. You wish him the best. Same with Drew Denham. But this is a guy who, wherever he commits, he is going to make waves right away, and he has so far today. Now facing 4 through 6 in Olson, DeLulo, and Karhoff. His first pitch will miss low for ball 1. Again, as I've said a few times, this is really an important time for him. Any extra film that he wants out there on him for colleges, this is where you do it. But a 2-0 count to begin on Olson, the center fielder. Two guys who have done really well at the Division III level. Of course, Olson a little bit better in the team category, winning Division III this past season. Dennison gets back to the strikes with that swing and miss. Count 2-1. Again, a really positive strikeout to walk ratio this past season, as you would expect. Now the 2-1, swing and a miss. Once again, he is as well the defending NABF World Series MVP, which if the Terriers win again, odds are it means he's pitching in that championship game, and odds are he'll get it again. That's what I would assume. His 2-2, swing and a miss. 1 up, 1 down. 3 strikeouts now today for Ty Dennison. Again, that at-bat started 2-0. Battled back with 3 consecutive strikes. Now, it's Division III versus Division I as DeLulo steps into the batter's box. A really good 2 games last week against Premier. And now he'll play a guy who, odds are, will be playing at his level very soon. This time it's over towards third. Throw to first on a nice stretch from Simicek is in time for out number 2. Ramon, a nice strong throw across the diamond. So far today, 5 up, 5 down for the Stark County Terrier defense as that sets up Andrew Karhoff, the DH. This inning, it was pretty much a tour day divisions of NCAA baseball. You just faced one. The first at-bat was Division III. And now here's Division II in the sweet spot representing Ashland. And Brock Miller will represent Division II in the on-deck circle at Indianapolis, formerly of Division II JUCO side Tri-C. As well, I do have a feeling that one of these days we're going to get a fall schedule for Tri-C. Once that happens, we'll start to plan what games we're going to do. The website has a stat category now for the 26-27 season, so I assume the schedule is coming soon. And once we have that, we'll plan out our fall, which, of course, always does include some baseball. Dennison's 2-1. Misses at the bottom of the zone for ball 3. Karhoff did walk 3 times in game number 1 today, and I don't think he would mind a 4th time combined. And he will do just that. It's ball 4. So Release gets their first base runner of the day, setting up Brock Miller. Miller does have plenty of power here, and the goal was just to continue this inning, as there is going to be a mountain to climb for this team regardless, down by 5, and with the Terriers bringing up Tucker, Hilton, and Crable again, who got the rally going last inning. In fact, it's the same 1-2-3 for that inning. But overall, all things considered, I feel like this performance has been quite impressive from Stark County in both games. Yes, they've had their struggles, but overall, it's what you expect from this team. The 0-1 just misses a hair low. But again, Ty Dennison pitching for himself here. Just trying to get his group out of the inning to focus on the offense again. That'll help. Count now 1-2. If the inning were to continue, Andrew Holcomb for the first time today would be swinging. Of course, pitched in game number 1. Dennison's 1-2, swing and a miss. The side is retired. Don't know if Dennison knew the inning was over there, but that'll be his 4th strikeout today as we flip to the 3rd. 5-0 Stark County in control. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Welcome back to Fisher Field in Berea. Top of 3, 5-0 Stark County. A dominant second inning sets the stage for them to dominate this one as you are watching WRCL Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. It has been a fun day of baseball altogether, just over 3 hours in. 9-3 your final in game number 1 as this one is picked up on the mound. A nice play by Butari for out number 1. But 9-3 in game number 1. 4 runs scoring at the end for the Terriers in the 7th. It really showed their might that no matter how the game starts, they can always come out and score a bunch when it matters most. And I'm sure we will see that same resolve heading into the NABF World Series in a few weeks from now. Of course, all that action for Thurman Munson Stadium will be right here on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. In the bottom of the inning for reliefs, it'll be Holcomb, Hash, and Shag 8 through 10. But if Reliefs can settle things down a little bit, their offense will have some time to battle back into this game and put something together when it's all said and done. Which, of course, they do have plenty of outs to play with. But all it takes is one good offensive inning. And with it, one inning that they can get Ty Dennison or get him out of the game to really change their fortunes. I will say, though, if it looks like there is a chance of a run rule in 5, I'd be surprised if Dennison leaves the game. At that point, I think they'd let him finish out. The 1-2, half swing off towards first base side, but Tari's flick to one is in time to Holcomb. It's 2 up, 2 down on 2 ground outs to the pitcher. That doesn't happen all too often. But a lot of good defense from Batari as Crable looks to extend the inning. But a drastic change from this inning to last in regards to how this 1-2-3 punch does. Crable last time up, he walked. That will not help his case. 0-1 the count. And in the on-deck circle after him, it'll turn to Ryan Bruni. Walked in to run his first time up, which was the game's first run. The 0-1 also called. So quickly 0-2 on the catcher from last game and the EH of this game. Crable trying to battle against Butari. But Butari wins the battle, swing and a miss. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the reliever. Middle of 3 in Berea. Score remains 5-0 Stark County. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Welcome back to Fisher Field in Berea, home half of the third inning. 5-0 your score as you are watching WRCL Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Release struggling against Ty Dennison so far. The question is, how much longer does he stay in this game? Typically pitches between 3 to 5 innings for the Terriers, but could definitely go longer, especially if this game could be finished in 5, which right now we need a little bit more offense to make happen. The 0-1 skips into Andrew Holcomb, who leads it off, followed by Tommy Hash and Grant Shagg. Altogether, some good defense from that trio, especially in game number 1 when they got the majority of their opportunities. The 1-1 good hold from Holcomb. We've talked about his pitching exploits quite a lot. Had a really good season for Ohio Dominican. Did not hit it all for the Panthers. So interesting to see him get this opportunity to swing here. We saw him do it the last couple of weeks. Hasn't looked bad. But it'll be intriguing to see if he does get that opportunity later on in his career to swing. The 3-1 fouled back, and we are full. You can hear that bang off the backstop. Plenty of power from Dennison. Don't have exact metrics. I do believe he is topping out with his fastball in the low to mid-90s. Those are the metrics that I've seen, but it's unofficial. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. 1 up, 1 down. Back-to-back strikeouts dating back to last inning. Dennison up to 5 on the day. Definitely looking for double digits today, and he is halfway there. Of course, the only thing holding him back to make that happen is how long he is going to go in this game. I also feel that from what we've seen so far, if you're somebody who's never seen this guy pitch, you understand why he has Division I aspirations. You're seeing the talents, and you see why at the Division III level, he was a great pitcher for Mount Union. It was a great start for him, and it's another example of why D3. The 0-1 hash takes strike two, as this is a old OAC battle. Mount Union, of course, being represented by Denison, but Hash, a rising sophomore at Ohio Northern. Denison's 0-2. Strike three looking. 2 up, 2 down. He is making quick work of this release lineup. And that begs the question, what's the pitch count? Doesn't have a number that he is trying not to exceed today, at least known to us. Definitely could have one that he's keeping under wraps. But to see how many pitches he has thrown today, that was pitch 38. So this will be number 39. And it is skied, and it's going to go to the backstop and out of play towards the main side of bleachers. And right in the middle of the main side of bleachers. I will say I'm happy I have a tent right here. I'm hoping none come anywhere near us. You never know, but even more so, I'm just comforted by the tent that I hope would hold up. I don't know if it would form a foul ball, but I don't want to find out. The 0-1, swing and a miss. It's one of those you hope it does, but if you find out, you're not going to be too happy. Shag looking to extend this inning. Denison looking for his second 1-2-3 frame of the day. And he will get it. It's a drop third strike. Throw down to first is in time as Ty Denison strikes out the side in the third. 3 innings of work, 7 strikeouts, only 1 walk against him. Domination from number 29. To the fourth we go. Score remains 5-0. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Welcome back to Fisher Field in Berea. Top 4, still 5-0 as you are watching WRCL Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Once again, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you today. You're number 3 of us covering the WRCL. Really crazy to think that in 2 short weeks, our coverage will be done, and our focus will be back on the NABF World Series for the 2nd straight year. First pitch from Butari is there for strike 1. Since Tony Butari has come on the mound, 2 strikeouts for him. He has helped settle things down for this release defense after 1 inning got away from them, and that is the party line as things sit. A 5-run second is all of the runs for Stark County. They really haven't threatened in any other inning yet. The 1-1, swing and a miss from Bruni. It's 8 through 10, Bruni, Ramon, and Martin here as they look to get on. The first 2 got on their first time up. Martin did not, but did have a single back in game number 1. Batari back to work as Bruni takes this one over towards third, but foul over at Braden Bortnick. So the count will remain 1-2 on the Walsh Cavalier catcher. No action right now in the bullpen for Stark County. It'll be interesting to see how long they go with Ty Denison. Still south of 50 pitches. I feel like if he hits 75, that is when that conversation would hit. But Coach Macko could have a different idea when you have a dedicated pitching coach. As keep in mind, Coach Sabo has an excellent staff top to bottom. They'll make that decision and they'll know what to do as there is a swing and miss from Bruni. 1 up, 1 down. Butari up to 3 strikeouts on the day. And it's impressive to show what he has been able to do. Those 3 have been vital. Of course, 1 got him out of the second, had 1 last inning, and now it's back-to-back, dating back to last inning. But this staff has really done a great job today and all season. Another big compliment to Greg Turbovich for what he has built in the Stark County Terriers organization. And we haven't even mentioned the fact that there are other teams competing at the 16U, 18U, and all those under levels as well. I feel like the biggest comparison out of this league is going to be what we see with the Mountaineer Lumber Company over the next couple of years. If Cottrell and Waidu can build that organization the way that I think they can and they have so far, it'll be another Terrier team that, of course, there is a lot of emphasis on that college team, which now in its 3rd year of existence has posted a WRCL tournament win and an NABF World Series finals appearance. The sky's the limit for them, too, as these 2 teams will go back and forth. The 1-2, good hold. I think that'll become a great Summit Stark County rivalry, and it already has at the collegiate level, pitching-wise. Just so much depth on both teams. A lot of Mount Union guys on both teams, of course, though. The Revere aspect, pivotal for the Lumber Company. 2-2, sent foul. Looking ahead to next season, the WRCL, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I do believe most of the teams that were admitted this year are going to stay. Nobody has broken the rules. Everybody has a legal roster. The 2-2 shot foul. And again, Release and a couple of other teams did have too many players who were rising freshmen a few years back. So this is the first time the league has had 8 teams, all of which have fielded A, eligible rosters, and B, have played their games, which Avalanche did not in 2024. The 2-2 sharp grounder over towards second. A nice pickup there from L.A. Mighton as his throw to Holcomb is good. 2 up, 2 down. And now that'll bring up Trey Martin. Martin 0 for 1 today with a pop out. That was caught over at third by Braden Bortnick. In the bottom of the inning, it'll be Deichler, Trobanner, and Mighton. 11-1 and 2 due up for Release. And we do have confirmation Deichler has committed to Cedarville. So at least on Release's roster, if I'm not mistaken, every single guy who at some point this summer was in the portal has committed and has found their future school. The outlier there for the Terriers, once again, is Ty Dennison. The 1-0 Martin, a good shot but foul towards some cars. I'm seeing the tree knock it down, and studying that again, that was making a good trajectory towards my car. Should I be more concerned? I think I should. I'm just grateful that tree is there, otherwise that car was going to get absolutely smacked by that baseball. I've never seen one that close. And again, it really wasn't even close, but I think trajectory-wise it would have hit it. Ooh. The 1-1. Now a line drive into right field. It gets down for a 2-out single. A nice job by Trey Martin straightening that one out. And we will flip to the top of the order with Luke Sempton coming back up. That's what you want to do. You took it to the right side. Great. Straightened it out, put it down in right field. Perfect execution. We go back to the top of the order. And he didn't overcorrect the other way, which would have hit my car, so I'm happy. Sempton so far, a sac fly and a walk. Some good power from him today already. The lefty looking to move Trey Martin up from first. Wouldn't be surprised as well if he takes matters into his own hands. Not on this pitch, as Sempton will take ball 1. Time now 7:22 here in Berea. But once again, a beautiful night. The Clouds have kind of casted themselves over this diamond as that throw is nearly wide of Holcomb at first. But this is ideal baseball weather, in my opinion. About as perfect as it gets. A nice little breeze blows in every now and then. No glare or anything. It's just baseball at its finest. Martin goes here. 1-0 is wide. Throw down to second is not in time. Martin is in with a stolen base. I will say, from last summer to now, his hitting has definitely improved. His base running as well. If he can keep this up, he will figure into the Mount Union fold at some points. And I think it will be soon. Of course, you look at some of the guys that have left. Coach Hesse and Coach Douglas do have a lot to look at when it comes to this team heading into the next season. And as well, I'll throw Coach Nod in there as well. 2-0 Sempton takes it right to Holcomb at first, and the side is retired. A 2-out single, the only blemish this inning put on by the Terriers. But Patari's great outing from the bullpen continues. To the bottom of the fourth we go. Deichler, Trobenner, and Mighton, 11-1 and 2, due up for release. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Logan Deichler leads off for release in the home half of the fourth inning. 5-0 your score as you are watching WRCL Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Again, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you today live from Fisher Field. This past season for Hillsdale, a 197 average with 6 RBIs for Deichler. Now heading off to Cedarville after some time in the transfer portal. Ty Dennison, his first pitch is there for strike one. There is some action in the bullpen for the Terriers. That is Griff Carmichael, the rising sophomore out of Walsh. So we'll see if he does come in. I would say 4 innings, about the sweet spot for Ty Dennison, kind of what we expected heading in. We'll see if that is where he sits or not when it's all said and done. Dennison's 1-1. Deichler fouls it away. It's not like Dennison has a crazy pitch count. I think part of it is just to make sure he is available potentially later on this week. One of the best pitchers on this team, if not the best guys. I believe he does have a sub-1 ERA this summer. The 1-2. Strike three looking. 1 up, 1 down. And going back now to the second inning, it is 5 consecutive strikeouts, 8 total now for Ty Dennison. The only non-strikeouts, ground out to second, ground out to third, walk. Everything else has been a strikeout as we go back to the top of the A.J. Trobenter. But he has been untouchable today. Nothing has left the infield. Trobenter struck out his first time up, takes strike one. My question is, do you even bring Carmichael on for the 5th if he stays this good? Trobenter, though, takes it over towards third. Picked up on the run by Ramon. His throw to 1 is in time. 2 up, 2 down. 3 opportunities for putouts. 3 successful putouts for the Terrier defense. Now L.A. Mighton will step in over 1 today with a strikeout. But if this is the tape that Ty Dennison is going to leave us with when it's all said and done, I will say for a guy in the portal looking for his next opportunity, I don't think there is really anything more you could have asked of him. Of course, you can say, well, he had 1 walk. Don't do that. Yes, I get it. If we're nitpicking, maybe. But other than that, Ty Dennison has pitched like Ty Dennison. The 1-0 misses low for ball 2. After Mighton, it'll turn over to Braden Bortnick as he will look to try to take down Ty Dennison. 0 for 1 today with a ground out to second and Hilton. The 2-0 is low for ball 3, and Dennison is at risk of walking his second batter today. As for the Terriers, they will bring up Kavanaugh, Zeckley, and Simikek. 2 through 4 in the 5th. Dennison needs to dial it back up here. Instead, fly ball sent into left center field. This one will be caught in center by Martin, and the inning is over. One walk, the only blemish on Ty Dennison's record. 8 strikeouts through 4 innings of work. If that's the last we see of him, it has been a fun watch today, yet again, for number 29. To the 5th we go. 2 through 4 due up for the Terriers. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Out of the 5th inning, we go with Jackson Cavanaugh leading off for Stark County. 0 for 1 today with a strikeout and a hit by a pitch. But for those just tuning in, all 5 runs came back in the 2nd inning. Since coming on, Tony Batari has been excellent for release. No other way to describe it. 3 strikeouts for him, settled down the ship, and he gives his team a chance if the offense can get it together. Again, they have been unable to break down Ty Dennison. Only 1 walk, 1 base runner in total across 4 innings against him. They've been able to do nothing. Cavanaugh takes his one over towards third. Bornick is there, but it is going to go foul in the end. If that was fair, that would have been a east to west, coast to coast kind of play to make for Bortnick, as that would have been probably from the deepest spot at third. But instead, an 0-2 counts. Putari looking for his 4th strikeout of the day, coming out of the bullpen in the 2nd inning. The 0-2 caught on the tip by Trobenner. It's 1 up, 1 down. And there is the 4th strikeout for Putari. But a nice catch from Trobenner. Had to go to the dirt and bring it right back up. Was able to secure it quite nicely, as that'll bring up Trevor Zeckley. A ground out and a walk so far today for him. But again, for Putari, at a minimum, Release knows they have a really good pitcher they can now rely on, potentially in a starting capacity going forward. If you are going to roll with him as another pitcher, of course they didn't have Aiden Reynolds today, who typically does pitch game number 2. You'll also have Gunvalson at some points. Depending on who they'll have in the NABF World Series, they'll have so many pitchers, and I wouldn't be surprised if they call up a couple of big names who used to play for them or some seniors to try and fill out the numbers for that World Series run to try and win it. The 2-0 is high for ball 3, and I do know from the other 4 teams who don't make it, you can take players from their roster to guest play for the weekend. You saw it last summer. Wouldn't be surprised if some pitching does make its way to Release. The 3-0 taken for strike 1. Wouldn't be surprised if a guy like Nick Mealy, if he's available, would be called upon in that instance. Another good arm to have. 3-1. Zeckley takes for strike 2, and we are full. As for the Terriers, they have pretty much everybody that they could want. They have enough depth, good rotation, and a roster that can match really anybody they come up against. The payoff pitch, Zeckley stays alive, so we'll do it again. Overall, my biggest takeaway, seeing this Terrier team for the first time this summer, you can tell how they are 13-1. Sometimes you might think, okay, it's just weak competition, this and that. No. This team is legit. Sometimes we say it, but I really mean it with this group. They could compete at an NCAA level. Once again, payoff pitch, did he go? They're going to say no. It's ball 4. Now the appeal, and it is confirmed. It's always interesting when they do it the reverse way. I feel like just in case you run it out, as then you appeal, you say, yeah, he didn't go. You just look at the base. If you take that jog down and you did go, odds are you are going to be thrown out and you're just going to lose your base. That time around, it does work out for Zeckley as now Simikek steps in for the third time. A ground out to short and a strikeout so far for him in game number 2. Butari back to work as Simikek fouls it off of Trobenner. Tro does appear to be okay behind the plate, which is a good sign. 0-1 the counts. Definitely a fighter, and he is a guy who he'll be sarcastic even in a serious moment after getting hits. I feel like no matter what, he can definitely be sarcastic and act as a comic relief for the team. Just a good energy guy to have, and I'm sure Tri-C has benefited from that time and time again, more than we've even seen from the broadcast booth at Ron Model. And I'm sure we'll see it again this season in some capacity, whether it be during the game or in between games or even before during warm-ups. The 0-1 misses low. A good frame, though, from Trobenner. It'll be his Tri-C teammate, Braden Bortnick, leading off the bottom of the 5th, followed by Brady Olson and Ryan DeLulo. Now the time just past 7:30. The 1-1, Simikek takes it over towards short. This could be true. Shag, the flip. It's not in time. From the opportunity to go for 2 to getting none and bringing up Aaron Tucker with 2 on, 1 down. It's a tough one. That was the right call for Shag. Flip it over. Just not quick enough to L.A. Mighton. Tucker so far a walk and a ground out. Believe it or not, looking at my notes, Trey Martin has the only hit today in this game for either team. I have just realized that. That's an interesting statistic to take forward from here. Good swing from Tucker, just couldn't straighten it out. So 1 the counts. That is how Martin's at-bat started before he straightened one out and put it in right field. But again, that's just unbelievable. We've seen plenty of walks and hit by pitches. Only 1 hit. The 0-1, Tucker takes off the plates. So we have a defensive battle with 5 runs. You put it in perspective, it really does make this game look a lot more obscure. But that is what baseball is sometimes. The 1-1, sharp grounder over towards second. Throw to 1 is in time for out number 2. Well, that'll move up the lead runners, both now in scoring position for Nick Hilton. A productive out from Tucker. The second baseman, he has been hit. He has grounded out to the pitcher. He will look for the game's second hit to try and extend this 5-0 lead for the Terriers. And again, the question is, who will be pitching in the bottom of the 5th? Just looking in the dugout, really nobody standing up there. We'll see. It could easily be Dennison. It just depends on what Coach Sabo thinks, along with Coach Mako, who is their pitching coach. The 0-1, a nice block from Trobenner. That'll save a run. It might be a summer league. It's travel baseball, but he's still making plays. He's still working behind the plates. If you get complacent during the summer, you are going to be complacent during your collegiate season. You have to go through the same exact motions and be as crisp here in the spring and in the summer. The 1-1 misses low for ball 2. Of course, a lot of the JUCOs and even USCA plays a portion of their season in the fall, so believe it or not, in around 2 months from now, we'll be talking about college baseball again. Butari's 2-1. This time it does get past Trobenner. That'll bring in Zeckley, make it 6-0. Count now 3-1. But that's what the doctor ordered for the Terriers. They wanted some extra run support, and for the first time since the second inning, they bring at least 1 in. After Hilton, it turns to Crable. 3 balls, 1 strike count on the second baseman. That time he will foul it back. Full count now, 3-2. Once again, Bortnick, Olson, and DeLulo coming up for release. 3 through 5. And as well, in around 20 minutes, the USA game will kick off against Belgium. Should be a fun one. Payoff pitch, good hold for ball 4, and the inning continues. Second free pass today for Hilton. Pizzari has had a really nice conversation with his coaches that he can finish out this inning. That's efficiency, no mound visit needed. It's also a product of collegiate summer ball here at the WRCL. But we'll have somebody else come on. The question is, who will it be? You do have some arms available potentially. It could be a question of, hey, who wants the ball? Who wants to come out here and show me something? That could be fun. We'll see what happens. Pizzari back to work, finds the corner for strike 1. But at the end of the day, as things stand, he'll have allowed 1 hit and 1 run that was not his. Or 1 run that was his and maybe 1 that wasn't. The 0-1 swing and a miss, and calling back to it, it'd only be the 1 run that just scored. No hits, 1 run. Not too shabby for Tony Pizzari, and on top of that, 4 strikeouts so far, looking for his 5th. He is digging deep here to get out of this inning, though. Just needs 1 more strike, and his day will be done. And his offense will get back to work in the home half of the 5th. Pizzari's 0-2, swing and a miss. He will get his 5th strikeout, and the side is retired. In the emergency situation, down 5 early. Tony Pizzari comes on to throw. He gets 5 strikeouts, only allows 1 more run, and he'll keep Release in this game. To the bottom of the 5th we go. For Release, Bortnick, Olsen, and DeLulo, 3 through 5 due up in a minute. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Ty Dennison stays on the mound for the Stark County Terriers in the home half of the 5th inning. Again, only 1 walk surrendered today by Ty. That is the extent of the damage against him. 8 strikeouts in 4 innings of work, averaging 2 an inning. He has pretty much come as advertised today. But Release, they want to go out here and make things difficult for him at the end of his outing. Portnick swings at this one and fouls it off. 0-1 the counts. And behind us, we can start to see the sun creep back out again as golden hour is here. Just a beautiful sunsets here in Berea. The 0-1 Portnick, a good lace into left field, and the no-hitter is broken. First hit of the day for Release in game number 2, and the second combined hit of this game. That still does not sound right, but it is accurate. Martin has a hit and Portnick has a hit. So, in other words, both hits today have come from schools that SmeeSports covers. It's a win for us. We'll take it. We're hanging that one on the mantle as well. We have Ty Dennison, at least formerly. You know what? Hang the banner. I've seen enough. Olsen up the middle, over towards short. Cavanaugh on the run. His throw is in time. 1 down. Yet again, Jackson Cavanaugh's defense has been so important to this team. It won't be talked about a lot. It'll just be put out on the stat sheets, but he's been pretty good. For pretty much the only guy, I believe, the only guy today who has not played a collegiate game, or at least hasn't been on a collegiate roster before, he has held his own. I would say he has done better than 50 to 60% of the guys that we have seen today. And now it's DeLulo stepping in. Sharp grounder over towards left again. Cavanaugh knocks it down. Throw to 1. It's in time. He just continues to impress. 2 down. again, are we sure that he hasn't played a collegiate game before? Are we sure about this? Just played this past season for North Royalton. But he has really impressed me today. And going forward, good for him. It's always good to see somebody step up and make some plays at a key moment. He's done it today, and we'll see who it is next. As now it's Karhoff stepping in, right back to Dennison. And he will have a shutout through 5. Karhoff says, no thank you. The inning is over. To the 6th we go. Only one hit against Dennison. If that's where it ends, still impressive. But the score remains 6-0 Stark County. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. As expected, the call to the bullpen has been made by release in the top of the 6th inning. L.A. Mighton gets the nod as he will face Bruni, Ramon, and Martin 8 through 10 at the bottom of the Stark County Terrier order. 6-0 your score. Stark County has really put the pieces together in game number 2. A convincing game so far as they look to close this one out over the next 2 innings and improve to 14-1 on the season. Again, they lost their first game and have won everything since. Coach Sable, the only blemish against him is that he is 0 for 2 on opening day. Outside of that, he has been, I would say, the winningest coach in this league over the past 2 seasons. Of course, this year does help mightily, but he has just been a winner, as you would expect from him. And as I've said before, and I'll keep saying it until it happens, somebody's going to make this guy one of the best high school coaches in whatever area he gets hired to. He has the ability, he's shown it here, and if this staff goes with him, look out. I think you're looking at a group that can become either a perennial contender or stay a perennial contender. I'll tell you what, if ever the time comes that Jeff Graffis does step down from Alliance, I feel like Sabo would be the guy to come in and take over to keep Alliance going. The 1-1, Bruni will take strike 2. There have been those rumors, but everything we've seen and everything we've talked to him with, he is staying as long as he can. Just crazy to think as well, going back to Alliance, that he was an interim to begin. The 1-2, Bruni skies this one into right field. Hash is there and will make the grab for out number 1. Or actually, that is going to be Deichler now out there, and I believe Hash has moved into second base. But I'll say a spot like that would be a really good place for him to end up if he does want to stay in Stark County. It as well just depends on what other openings come about. Fairless's job just got filled today. I believe Perry got filled as well. But when the time comes, I'm sure somebody is going to make him a really good head coach. Pretty much what we've talked about with Jared Edwards. Whenever the time comes, whenever he wants to leave Lakewood, he doesn't have the alumni attachment as he is a St. Ed's guy opposed to a Lakewood guy. But has been a great number 2 to Grant Graves. But whenever he gets his opportunity, he is going to quickly become one of the best high school coaches in Northeast Ohio. And I, as well with Tri-C in the mix, would say Matt Karen can do the same thing. I think LA might just brought out an Ephus. 3-0 counts. He's trying to be Zach Greinke, and I don't really blame him. Not a bad idea. And there is ball 4 high to Ramon. When I pitched, every single pitch of mine was an eephus essentially, but when I actually tried to pitch a curveball or changeup, it was, I would say, 35 to 40 miles an hour. I was a catcher, and there's correlation here as Mighton, as a catcher, steps in and pitches. I think he's just out here having fun. Kind of what we saw from Hash lobbing him in the end of game number 1. It happens. Not every game is going to go as expected. You're going to run out of pitching, or you're not going to want to use all your pitching at some point. You bring in a guy like Mighton here. As I said before, it was probably a question of who wants the ball. He wanted it. He took it. Good drive. Caught over at third. Throw back to first. Picked. And just like that, the inning is over. A nice catch from Bornick with a 5-3 double play. Martin nearly had him beat, but in the end, can't sneak it by Bortz at third. Middle of 6 in Berea. Score remains 6-0 Stark County. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Ty Dennison's day is done on the mound for the Terriers. And in his place, it'll be the rising sophomore and Green graduate, Griff Carmichael. Now at Walsh this past season, 7 innings of work, 5 runs allowed, 3 of which were earned, 5 walks, 6 punch-outs, a 3.86 ERA, and an 0-1 record in a total of 7 appearances, one of which was earned, or rather, one of which was a start for the Cavaliers. Carmichael's first pitch, woo! Just a bit upstairs as that ball is going towards the top of the Canadian border. And that ball was sent towards some of the Tri-Seas players who live in Canada. Trying to settle it down here after that pitch. Carmichael's 1-0. Lot better, swing and miss. Did have a couple that did ping off the backstop during his warm-ups. But I'll say that is more status quo for him. Just looks to keep it going. The 1-1 again high. For release, it'll be Miller, Holcomb, and Hash. So 7 through 9 due up this inning as they have 6 outs to play with. trying to get back into this game. Down by 6, but not impossible. Getting a leadoff man would be huge. But for Ty Dennison, he exits the game in line for the win, allowing a single and a walk. That's it. With 8 strikeouts and 5 innings of work. He was locked down. But Carmichael looks to come in and finish this one out. But it's a good start for Release. It's a leadoff walk for Brock Miller. And for the second time in a row, the leadoff man is aboard for Release. Second walk today, and with one more run around this inning, Release would double what they have done in the first 5 innings. But if they can score a few here, there is an outside chance they can work some magic at the end of this one to steal it. But they need to be really efficient starting now as Holcomb takes high for ball 1. If they do score a few, it's just going to be that one inning that hangs over their head. That 5-run second inning. Change the game as you would expect. And it's pretty much the point of difference right now as things stand. I want to know another take from Holcomb. And quickly time is called. Bruni wants to make sure his pitcher is okay. As for other pitching options, there's really nothing left. Chase Dennison might have something left in the tank. I don't know if it's enough to put him back out there, as he did pitch yesterday in a dual shutout against the Ohio Mavericks in the championship game of the Woodbat Memorial World Series here at BW for the 18U division. Helping the 6C Premier Gambetta get the win. Throw back to first, not in time. Now, if we're talking about daylight, how much of that we have left, we probably have around 45 minutes. Around 8:40, 8:45, we'll probably run out. 2-0, high and in for ball 3. And the on-deck circle, it turns to Tommy Hash. Again, one more ball here, and you double your entire base runner tally for the entire game. Not quite. Strike 1 taken. I get it. You're not going to swing until you see a strike. Now it's attack mode for Holcomb if it's good. But I'm still in the belief that you take again. Unless it's perfect. Which he will. It's ball 4. Back-to-back walks, and as I just said, they had 2 base runners in 5 innings. They have 2 to begin the 6th. Carmichael will have a word said to him, but what an opportunity this is for Release with Hash, Shag, and Deichler coming up. Then the top of the order. If they can somehow figure it out and get a good advantage, they have a chance to get a few runs on the board and with it, a lifeline back into this game. It would have to be a great comeback, but we've seen this Release team score more than 6 runs in an inning this season already. It wouldn't be out of the ordinary for them if they do make it happen. But this conversation is going to be key for the Stark County Terrier pitching staff as it kind of decides what's going to happen next. Is it going to be Carmichael, or is somebody going to be thought of to warm up? It'll be Carmichael, of course, staying on. There was never a doubt in my mind that he was going to be the guy, at least for now. But if, hypothetically, Release scores 2 or 3 runs this inning, do you make that change? You had Dennison go 5. Should he have pitched another? I think he had it in him. It'll be a big question, especially if this game does go sideways. Hash, he is coming up swinging as he fouls that one back. I don't blame him at all. Why not be aggressive? Why not create your own luck here? You're down by 6. You're going to need some hits if you are going to get back into this game and compete. Carmichael's 0-1 will miss. It'll be interesting to see how the offense goes about it for Stark County in the 7th with Sefton, Kavanaugh, and Zeckley coming up. As things stand, they are going to need potentially a few more if Release continues on this trajectory. The 1-1 called a strike, and I don't think Hash is too happy with it. That was the looked a little too outside for me. But he'll take it in the end, the lefty. 1 strike to play with 1-2 counts. Carmichael looking for out number 1. But he will have to wait. A good take for ball 2. So far today, Hash 0 for 1 with a strikeout looking. Carmichael back to dialing it up here. The 2-2 hash holes, but it doesn't matter. Strike three looking. One down now as Carmichael finds his first strikeout of the day. The magic number now 5 for the Stark County Terriers. And I'm sure that is a big vote of confidence going forward for Griff Carmichael. And now it's Shank stepping in as he will take strike one. You can tell Carmichael has found his confidence again. Didn't have a bad season at all for Walsh. Looks good. Sub-4 ERA as a freshman in a small sample. It's still good enough. And I feel like he was impressive with that. Whatever was said to him as well during that mound visit has clearly changed things. As it's quickly 0-2 on Shag. Stark County trying to make that magic number turn from 5 to 4. But Shag fouls it off. I mean, even if this inning still does go sideways, you'll have the comfort of knowing that top of your order is coming back up. You'll have that to add on or potentially salvage. Again, just depending on what the situation becomes. Again, the 0-2. Shag takes this one to right field, but it's going to hook foul. And into the parking lot it goes. And it'll be lost as it rolls around. That's one of the spots that the trees are not really blocking anything. And the sun has come out directly behind us, it looks like, for the remaining little bit of this game. One more time, the 0-2, as this time it's in the dirt, blocked by Bruni. Count now 1-2 on Shag. As well, make sure you do stick with us after our final commercial break as we will announce our player of the game, presented by CrossFit Strongsville. The 1-2 pops up and out of play it goes. But for Carmichael to battle the way he did, it's impressive. As well, it does look like Crable does have his glove. Looking like he might be coming on. Just depends on what that could mean. It could be a pitching change. It could be a number of things. It could also be a spot just to see what he can do in a given position. The 1-2 is to the backstop, and that'll put both runners in scoring position. Second time this inning as that one just evaded Bruni. It was a high pitch. It definitely was. Nothing more he could have done behind the plates. But if you're Shag, give this ball a ride. Put it in the outfield. Make it a 4-run game. Make it competitive. You're here. You might as well try to fight out and see if it brings you somewhere. The 2-2 Shag underneath it, and it's going to go out of play. And I believe the umpire is out of baseballs. No, he's not. Crable throws one back in. Just so many foul balls that we nearly ran out of them. It's always interesting in baseball, of course. Sometimes you bring your own baseballs, but only certain ones are regulation. That we always run out of baseballs. It's always an issue. This 2-2 Shag will drill into left field, and again, you guessed it, it's out of play. How many baseballs are we going to run through? Bruni will have 2. One will be in play, one will be at the umpire. Will that even be enough to get through this at-bat? As of right now, it is far from a guarantee. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Will this one be the decisive pitch? Not quite. It's high. Full count 3-2. An excellent at-bat here for Grant Shag, really working the count to its fullest. Just needs a knockout punch. If not, the bases would be loaded for Deichler. And they will be loaded. An excellent battle from Grant Shag. Took a couple of tough pitches. Fouled off a few more. Bases juiced, 1 down. Deichler steps in. One swing of the bat can drastically change this game. You do have that 1 out on the board, so a double play would get you out of the inning. That is worth noting if it does become noteworthy. But Deichler will swing and miss. You do have the top of your order coming up. It'll be Trobanner, Mighton, and Bortnick at the top. But it's go time for this release team. If they are to get back into this game, which there still is a possibility of, it has to be here. Count quickly 0-2 on Deichler. 2 good pitches from Carmichael. Just needs to find a way to finish the at-bats. Couldn't do it against Shag, but can he do it against the EH? Not quite. It's tying in. Just quickly running through it. The tying run would be L.A. Mighton. And he is currently in the hole. The bases loaded, 1 down. An opportunity for release. The 1-2 taken high, and we are even. You don't want to be overly selective here, but I feel like you're at a point kind of seeing this cadence. Unless it's semi-close, you might be okay with taking, which is crazy with 2 strikes, but that's the run that we've seen from him. That time it's a good swing foul. This is going to be a very similar at-bat to what we saw with Grant Shag. I think there will be a couple of foul balls, or at least a couple that you could swing at. If not, if he figures it out right away, more power to him. But it's going to be very, very similar in that regard. Carmichael back at it with his 2-2. Again, it's fouled away. Could it be playable? It looks to be. Not quite. Just goes out of play. So we'll do it again. And I think everybody has found all the foul balls, so we have baseballs aplenty. At least for now. We're not going to have baseballs by the end of this inning, probably, at this point. It always happens in this game. No matter how many baseballs there are to begin, we always lose some. Count still 2-2. Carmichael deals. And it's caught on the tip. Back to Bruni, 2 down. Second strikeout of the inning for Carmichael. And we will go back to the top of the order with A.J. Trobenner. Tro so far 0-2 with a strikeout and a groundout. Looking to get his first base hit of game number 2 at a pivotal time. And now the tying run would, I believe it's still, no. It would be Bortnick now. So Braden Bortnick would be, technically as things stand, that tying run. But of course, if it ends here, you need a bunch of different guys to come up in the home half of the 7th inning to make this a winnable game. First pitch to Trobenner. He'll take for ball 1. Crable still has his glove. Could potentially be coming on soon, especially if runs do begin to score. The 1-0, another good hold from Trobenner. Now 2-0. Again, after him, it's Mighton, then Bortnick. Can Carmichael get out of this inning? The 2-0, wave and miss. A little lopsided on the chop. Kind of took that step forward and flailed the bat out at it. Needs to be more level-headed and find a way to straighten out the swing. The 2-1, Trobenner, fly ball into left field. Going towards Tucker as he is under it to make the play, retiring the side. No damage done after the bases were loaded with 1 down by release. As we head to the 7th inning, score remains 6-0 here in Berea. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Back on for the top of the 7th inning. Sempton, Kavanaugh, Zeckley 1-3 due up for the Terriers as you are watching WRCL Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Final inning, 14-14 today in our doubleheader as the Terriers are 3 outs away in the home half of the inning from getting out of here with a sweep. A pivotal sweep, putting them 4 games ahead, I believe, of Release in the standings. Came in 2 games ahead. This would pretty much all but secure them the 1 seed in the WRCL. And they have deserved it, and they have earned it today. The 1-1 connects for strike 2 as it looks like there is going to be further action in the bullpen for the Terriers. Just a rocky inning for Carmichael. Got out of it, no damage done. But it looks like somebody else is going to try to close this game out. I don't hate that idea at all. I wouldn't mind it. It just depends on how confident they are in Carmichael going forward. We'll see what happens. Going to take on the 2-1 now, 3-1. But the Terriers, they definitely could come out here and start scoring some runs. They have done it a few times today. Wouldn't be surprised if it happens again. It's just who they are. That'll help. Ball 4, second walk of the game for Sempton. Keep in mind, though, we've only seen 2 base hits, 1 for each team. Trey Martin has 1. The other belongs to Braden Bortnick. It has been a walk-heavy game, defensive-oriented game, albeit the scoreboard does not even remotely reflect it. But you add in that information about the 2 hits, and it really doesn't seem accurate. But it shows both teams do have plenty to work on heading into their next game. Some mistakes have been made. But in the battle of 1 versus 2, one looks to be victorious twice. Mitons 1-0. Good drive from Kavanaugh into left field, and it is going to be foul. Kavanaugh 1-1 as he'll get some half-hearted, sarcastic jeers from his team. Looking ahead to the rest of our coverage this week, I believe we're going to try to do a doubleheader on Wednesday. Just depends on the weather, and same with later on this week in pool play before we're back here on Sunday for the 15U and 18U championships of the All-Star Showcase. I believe it'll be 10:45, 1, and 3:15 first pitches here at Fisher Field. 1-1 ground ball through into left field. Second hit of the game for the Terriers. First for Jackson Kavanaugh. His great day continues. His defense outstanding. His bat impressive as well. The second time he has reached in this game. On base percentage of .500. He'll take that mark. And his defense pretty much has made every single play that he has been asked to make. 2 on, none down. Great start to the inning. Zeckley looks to keep it going. And he'll take ball 1 low. You don't have to do anything crazy here if you are the Terriers. Wait until you get a pitch you like. If this is where the hit parade happens, so be it. Zeckley underneath it way too much. Pops it into the high sky as Hash is there at second to make the grab for out number 1. Just one of those more barrel. Odds are you're looking at a really good play, probably a double. But in that case, just right into the sky and perfectly down to Hash at seconds. And with 1 away, that'll bring up John Simikek. So far, ground out, strikeout, and a fielder's choice for him. Again, now 2 hits, Kavanaugh and Martin. 2 of the youngest players on the roster. They'll be incoming freshmen and sophomores at the collegiate level in a few weeks from now, respectively. So it's the 2 young guns making the biggest impact offensively. The 1-0, good drive into left field, still going back, and that ball is going to drop at the fence, bounces over in the end for a ground rule double. First extra base hit of the game is a beauty. Second of the day for Simikek, and that'll make it 7-0. What a swing from Simikek. And the moment that ball jumped off the bat, you knew it had plenty of power. And with 1 down, you'll have 2 on, It's just a classic example of you wish that ball stayed inside the park. That time around it didn't. And now Aaron Tucker launches this one deep to right field, and it is gone. His second home run of the day. It's a 3-run shot. 10-0 Stark County. Simikek was close. Aaron Tucker shows him how it's done in the end. I mean, talk about a perfect swing from Aaron Tucker. He has been offensively minded today. And he'll get the respect of his team once again. Both home runs today have come in the 7th inning for him. I'll tell you what, if he doesn't start for Mount Union, at least bring him on to the 7th inning. See what he can do. Just no other way to describe it than impressive. Another big inning, another 4 spot in the 7th inning for the Terriers. Now outscoring Release 19-3 across the 2 games today. The 1-0 good hold. But the Purple Raiders have been really good, whether they be current or former this summer. All things considered. Another good day as this ball is driven deep to left. Is this another one? The answer is no, as it will go foul. It is indeed a long strike. But I do believe that ball cleared. I couldn't exactly tell as it was in the corner. But still, a good swing. The 2-1 straightened out, but more towards the top of the sky as it is caught by Shag in center for out number 2. As well, for those interested in the U.S. game, 1-0 Belgium. Charles de Ketelaar scored the opener. First pitch off the plate to Crable for ball 1. Of course, a lot of controversy around that game, whether it be from the United States or over to Europe. In the bottom of the inning, it'll be Mighton, Bortnick, and Olsen, 2 through 4 due up, as Crable fouls this one off. Count now 2-1. But I give credit to Elliot Mighton, just kind of came out here and did what he had to do to get this one over with. And it looks like Simikek is going to the bullpen for Stark County. 2-1, Crable fouls back. And here we go once again, losing all the baseballs we have. And if Simikek does come on to pitch, I do assume that would be the change for Crable, that he would come on and play it first. That move has been made a couple of times in the past by Coach Saba. Wouldn't be surprised to see it again. The 2-2, Mighton finds the zone for strike 3 looking. And he is going to trot off the diamond. A job well done in the end. He gets 1 punch out. But it's another 4 spot in the 7th for the Terriers. A 3-run shot from Aaron Tucker. And an RBI ground rule double for John Simikek. 3 outs to play with Release. Down by 10. Looking for a rally when we return. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Last chance for release, bottom 7. 10-0 Stark County. It is all Terriers in game number 2. As you are watching WRCL Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. It has been a fun day, a nice, beautiful day at the ballpark. As Simicek's first pitch is high for ball 1. The wind is picking up down the stretch. We'll see if that does have any impact on this game at all, as we've already seen 1 home run this inning. Both home runs today. Aaron Tucker. Not typically what you see from him, but both to right field. Impressive, and we'll see if he does bring that to his Mount Union performance or not. 3-0 count on Elliott Mighton with Bortnick in the on-deck circle. But Ty Dennison, what an outing for him. Allowed 2 base runners, 1 hit, 1 walk, and a total of 5 innings of work. This game is his story to tell. Just all things considered. Great day for him, and if he is to commit soon, I'm sure today will definitely help rise the stock of already what is considered to be the best Division III pitcher in the portal. Bortnick, the only hit of the game so far for release. He'll step in, and he'll take strike 1. But out of nowhere, we had 3 hits in the top of the inning. We had 2 combined entering it, now 5 combined. But still, not the offense that you would expect with that in mind. Bortnick fouls it off himself. Count now 0-2. After Bortnick, it turns to Olson. I think for release, they just want to keep this one going as long as they can, just to see what they can create. But I think they understand this one is out of reach tonight. The 0-2, it is well high. I would say head level with Braden Bortnick. Don't know if he necessarily expected that one to be there. Count now 1-2. Simicek back to work, as this time he'll miss it low. But for the Stark County Terriers, 14-1 with this win. They have to be favorites to go and win their 5th consecutive NABF World Series, you'd think. And I would say they are. 2-2, swing and a miss, 1 down. Simicek gets his first strikeout of the game. Magic number now 2 for the Terriers to walk out of here with a sweep. Did throw 5 innings this past season for St. Xavier. 1 earned run, 3 walks, 2 Ks, and a 1.69 ERA. Had 1 save and a 1-0 record in 4 appearances. So a good 2-way player, strong on the offensive end, really strong on the defensive end too. All things considered, a do-it-all player for St. X. Bunt shown, and Olson's going to get it down. I don't know if he expected to. Throw to 1 is in time to Crable. 2 down. It does move a runner up, but release is down to their final out of the night as DeLulo will step in. It kind of was a delayed response out of the box. I mean, he even just said, I don't know how I bunted it. It didn't look like he knew he made contact until after he kind of heard some noise around him. It was one that didn't look like it was going to even be remotely close in the first place. 0-1 count on DeLulo. Again, stick with us after this game is over, as we will announce our player of the game, presented by CrossFit Strongsville. The 0-1 DeLulo chops it to the pitcher, and that will do it. Simicek closes it out on the mound. 10-0 your final. Stark County improves to 14-1 on the season. When we return, we will announce our player of the game, presented by CrossFit Strongsville, as you are watching WRCL Baseball on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Welcome back to Fisher Field in Berea. 10-0 your final in game number 2. Stark County takes care of Release, improving to 14-1 on the season. We talked about them quite a bit. 1 walk, 1 hit allowed, 5 innings of work, 8 strikeouts, and the win. Of course, your player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville, without a shadow of a doubt, is going to be Ty Dennison. Again, in the portal, wherever he goes, whatever school gets him, they are going to be getting a bona fide ace. A pitcher that, even if he is not an ace, is going to give you ace production and ace quality start in and start out. He has been impressive to watch at Mount Union. He was impressive today for the Terriers. The defending NABF World Series MVP does it again. And if Stark County is to win the tournament again in a few weeks' time, odds are he will be a big reason why. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and TikTok, SmeeSports LLC on Facebook and LinkedIn, and SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter. As well, go down below and subscribe. While there is no added cost, it greatly helps out all that we do here at SmeeSports as we cover the best of the Cleveland and Stark County areas. As well, information is on your screen as to how you can advertise with us as we cover games all across the board, whether it be in travel baseball or in just over a month and a half from now. High school football, high school volleyball, high school soccer, just in general, high school sports coming back, and with it, potentially some collegiate as well. Plans for the rest of the week are TBD. We'll post game links as we decide to do games on YouTube. I believe Wednesday is an opportunity, Friday is an opportunity. If not, next Sunday, 10:45, 1 and 3:15 here at BW. 2 15U games for the All-Star Showcase Championships, and then the 1 versus 2 for the 18U at 3:15 to close out our Sunday coverage of the 965 Midwest Tournament Challenge this year. As after the 12th, our final 2 Sundays will be the NABF World Series, the Collegiate on the 26th, the week before the 16 and 18U divisions. But this is Nathan Smee signing off from BW. What a beautiful night it was for baseball. What a beautiful win it was in game number 2 for the Terriers, 10-0, as they outscore Release 19-3 across the doubleheader. But this has been WRCL Baseball on SmeeSports. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you again next time.